Hey, so today I'm gonna tell you about my D&D story. So yeah, I recently got into D&D. Actually, that's kind of a lie. Maybe really a month or so. So we are playing through the minds of phandelver. It's really hard to pronounce, but if you don't want spoilers for the first few things, then don't watch this. But why I have a black screen is because I don't show my face. But yeah, it's actually very fortunate. We're playing with 5 people. We have 2 fighters, both played by me, since I have to play 2 people. One was a halfling rogue, played by someone else, and we had to have the DM play with some characters, since we had to bend the rules, because we only had 2 players and 1 DM. So yeah. And plus, one of the players who played the player who played the halfling rogue, or the rogue, really did not do thinking, oh, it's not gonna be that hard with only 2 people. But I've watched videos of D&D stories. Yeah. It would be juicy if we only had 2. You'd be dead. So, to get you up with the story, this is the part 1, I would say. And basically what we were doing was... Oh, by the way, this is not scripted. First, we had so there was a knight named Sildar, and then there was this, I can't... Oh, by the way, we also had a wizard and cleric. This, yeah. Okay, I have my book with me. I'll figure it out with you guys, apparently. Okay, can't remember. Dwarf. It is a dwarf. So the dwarf says, hey, can you bring this wagon? So, by the way, the first fighter that my personal favorite was Hildar. He, let's just say, had a bit of he kind of was, heroic. He didn't have a heroic, he had noble, and plus he had a flattery trait, which is pretty good. Now, by the way, the minds of phandelver. If you have ever played D&D before, because it's a starter set, we had pre-made characters, and there was no cheats and that mumbo jumbo. So we had to transport these wagons to a shop in phandelver. And kind of the goal that we needed to do, we kind of all knew it since the campaign name was but I also had it on. So Hildar's personal goal was really tied in. It was to civilize phandelver, and it was pretty awesome. It's pretty good. But what we have to do is we have to, spoilers. We had to, there's this person named the Black Spider, who is a really big, not a thief, but crime lord. And yeah, well, I'm going to be talking about the first quote-unquote dungeon that was tiny compared to the second one. So, we get ambushed, because I seem to have this second sense. So, there was a dead horse, and I'm like, this is an ambush, but the halfling rogue just... You know what she does? Or it was a she. She picks there. And she looks at the dead horse, and yeah, I'm like, but when she does that, I'm like, oh shoot, it's an ambush. I just knew it. Should I have? And since I have the sixth sense, I have to start acting on impulse. Because apparently I'm right too many times. So yeah, we get ambushed by a couple goblins. We got one knocked out. I think that was Hildar. Pretty bad. And then once we kill a bit of goblins, one oh no, they've killed my people. So it rushes back to the dungeon. We figure out. So we're really like all we want is just to bring back the we kind of decided that we're all just gonna bring back the cart because there might be shops there might be some kind of better reward that could help us loot any dungeons. So we go back, yeah, but they're really like pushing us to like the shopkeeper's like, you should really see what happened to them. And yeah, because apparently we learned that they didn't come back. So we go through, we walking, and there's two entrances. There was also a boss fight. Apparently in every dungeon we have a boss fight. So this dungeon was actually way easy. And now we were all first level. Every single one of us. We were all first level. Now, this game only goes up to 5th level because it's for getting people into D&D. So, yeah. First level, and you can look up the stats for some of them, or most likely if you play a first level game and you're the DM, you can just look at the stats and see, yeah, some pretty low level stuff. So we had to fight a couple more goblins through the cave. So we walk and there's this water, and we find, and here's where my second sense comes in again. Now I didn't help in the second dungeon, because there's nothing, but there were wolves. Now, being the person who's prepared for this, I'm like, kill the wolves. Now, I was right that we should kill the wolves, but we were arguing, and the DM rolls for them, tugging until the chain breaks. I should have just slashed the head off with my warhammer, or with my war axe. Could just one off. But now, we had to fight 3 wolves. Now, we only get 1 short rest, and then 1 long rest. Now, we didn't have any health potions. We got that later on. And we put the money into, a pool. So if we needed something expensive, or, if we needed to buy something that would help the whole party, or, we have personal stuff, but, then again, we got individual stuff. Now we got to the, part where... So yeah, we cleared some goblins. There was one, that was, sleeping. I, killed it. One swift move. Phil Swift mood. Wait. Bam! I made a pun. So yeah, that was really punny. Wait. Okay, that was bad, but whatever. But, yeah. Then we get to the boss. Now, I realize... So, warriors don't get much first to second level. All they get is an action surge, which, when or long rest, they can use another action, which, in D&D, you gotta realize, at that time, everything had a stupid armor class of 15. So, even with that action surge, some of us had to roll stupidly high stuff. I think the whole party had to roll at least 11. 11 was the cutoff, I think. But thankfully, see, we also have this rule that we use where, since technically, we just fire 2 arrows. I don't know, it's not that hard. So we just the DM allowed it just to do like 2 arrows, so we could shoot 2 arrows. So and at some points, I'm known for having terrible luck, and so, but also the DM is known for being stupidly good at Monopoly. See, I've played Monopoly with the DM, and so Monopoly is more of a chance game. Because if you roll the right stuff, you win the game. Some of them are that powerful. But yeah, I have really good luck, but I'm terrible. I have terrible luck. But apparently, me and the DM are like, I'm rolling 20s, and then the DM rolls some stupid amountage, and I'm happy. I have a funny story, but that was in the second dungeon. And I've only gotten to the second dungeon. But thankfully, so we get through, we find a bugbear, his wolf pet, and 2 goblins, so we only used 1 spell, because there's like 6 goblins we had to take down, so we used like a burning hands. So, we had a countdown we got the DM who had both spellcasters prompted a thing that we could do, and we had like 10 seconds. So we were rushing to think, and then we decided on the sleep. So we put down 2 goblins to sleep, and sleep spells are overpowered. Sleep and charm. If you can do a charm, then yeah, you've kind of been you're like, it's kind of overpowered, because both of them last for 10 turns. So we get 2 goblins sleep for 10 turns. We had our second knocked out, which was our halfling rogue, which should not be a rogue, because early on when we were going to the dungeon, which was a cave, the rogue, they didn't have good they didn't have I think constitution, because they can't find traps. They can only disarm traps. They had higher oh, by the way, Hildar actually had a -1 on his what was it? What checks were they? Or not on his checks, on his agility, I think. But Thorn was kind of the archer of the group, except he was a fighter, which still is at least he gets to be able to clear a 19. But we're still first level. So then we take the wolf knocks out our halfling rogue, and then we were gonna eat the halfling rogue. We didn't know, so I tried to attack it. I missed. I think Thorn, who was one of the fighters, he was the one should be an archer, I argue, but so yeah. But we eventually killed that. Then it's mono, or more like mono 05. So we all attacked the bugbear, but since we were terrible rollers, we've gotten better. Except our halfling rogue doesn't want to it never plays. So yeah, we actually did the whole second dungeon without our players. So I have to play 3 characters. Two of them the same class. So yeah. But then, so there's we get some bad damage, but we clear it out. We thankfully clear it out. So we're allowed. So kill the wolf. We kill the bugbear. We get we got 2 healing potions. We gave it to the lowest. We got to 2nd level, which means, thankfully, we get one of the best items, or one of the best things. A level up. We get to do the health. Now fighters get a D12, I think, for their health bonus. So yeah, I rolled something high, Because I would have to roll a 12 to double their health. I rolled 2 11s, which made them to 23 health, which is really powerful, but they're always at like 11 health. Because fighters, they just like a big ball of hurt. But actually, Thorn had only a 14 armor class, while Hildar had a 17. So I always rather Hildar getting hit, but it seems he gets the worst damage. And yeah, so then we killed the 2 sleeping, goblins. We take a long rest, we parade a victory, and there we go back, and we find Sildar Hallwinter, who was a knight, who was one of the ones who hired us. Yeah, he got captured, which he was. I also got hired by the 2 people, Sildar and the other person, to civilize Phandelver, I think, for Hildar. So yeah, and Sildar was supposed to help me, I think, clear out the mines too, which we don't know where the mines are yet. But we learned some intel about the Black Spider later on. But that concludes the thing, and moral of the story, TLDR in D&D. Always, here's the thing, just TLDR, if you want to play D&D, you have to be a high roller. Because if your attack bonus, which is basically your D20 roll, which it helps your D20 roll, which you need to use strength, and unless it's a bow, which you use I think agility, strength, use agility, proficiency, which you also use proficiency for your thing, and if you have any other bonuses. But yeah, TLDR, goblins are powerful, wolves are kind of stupid, and bugbears, well, you're just going to get yourself into a big ball of hurt. So that's it. Bye. See you on the flip side.